So I just turned 23 last week, and currently in the Dominican Republic right now, as you can see. Nice little cabana. And I wanted to make a video to kind of reflect on my 23rd year of life, because this was probably most definitely the biggest and most accomplished year of my life so far, for a lot of reasons. I'm living a life that I honestly never would have imagined was possible at one point. I'm nowhere where I want to be yet, but I have taken some huge steps in the right direction, and compared to where I was last year turning 22, it's like a completely different reality for me, and I feel like I don't take that in enough. So I wanted to just get this out on video. So one of the biggest things right now is what I do for work. I came across something called copywriting in late 2024, and I only really started getting into it in 2025. You might know KJ Rainey. I bought his copy elite course. I was even living out there with him a little bit last year, and a couple of the other guys on the team. But I was kind of all over the place. I was just jumping from business model to business model to business model. I wasn't really sticking with copywriting, the one thing that I kind of got into this space, only up until this past summer, late 2025. And unfortunately, I had to go back to a 9-to-5 job. I was doing car sales for a bit, which was awful. It's 12-hour days. I thought that was gonna be a path for me. I tried it, and I quickly realized that it wasn't for me. Again, just a 9-to-5 structure. Wasn't building anything for myself. It wasn't something that I would be able to actually scale to fund the lifestyle that I want for myself and my fiance now, which I'll get to in a bit. I went back to Walmart, which I never thought, once I quit in 2024, I thought I would never go back, and I did. That was a hit to the ego for sure. But yeah, all that to say, like, I was in a 9-to-5, 2 9-to-5s starting this year out. While I was there, I was spending every waking hour outside of these jobs getting back into copywriting, studying the principles, practicing, writing myself, sending outreach, and eventually I landed my first client, which is the people that I'm working with right now. It's a great team, amazing team that I'm with right now. Shout out the webinar wizards. You guys know who you are: Charlie, Marcus, Basil. And it's been amazing, bro. There's a lot more you can get out of being on a team and staying somewhere long term rather than just jumping from client to client, because you can actually learn like all the nuances of going vertical with a client. And what I mean by that is going deep. Like, working with one person for a long time, you start to learn every single facet of their business, and you learn to practice and try new things that you otherwise might not have tried for someone that you just signed up front. There's a lot more skills that I'm learning other than just copywriting in this position that I'm at right now that are going to pay me for the rest of my life, which is crazy to say, bro, because the first half of this year and the end of 2025, like, I was hustling my heart out, bro, and I had no like end in sight. Like, I didn't know how long I was gonna have to keep sending outreach. I didn't know how long I was just gonna have to keep like writing Google Docs to the void, like, I knew I was getting better, I knew I was doing the right things, but it was even harder because I couldn't see what it was all for, until now. I'm just so blessed, bro, and sometimes I take it for granted that I'm working and I'm doing what I love, I'm doing what I set out to do, and I'm making more money than either of those jobs that I was at. It's just crazy, bro. So yeah, that's what I do full time now. I'm able to, take off whenever I want. For example, I've been on a cruise for about 8 days, going on 8 days. I didn't have to, ask my boss or take time off from work. Like, I just told the guys, I was like, you know what? Set out, here's my tasks, I'm gonna get them done for this week. All my work is done. Give you guys a head start for next week, and I'll be back. Location freedom, schedule freedom, like, it's amazing, bro. It really is. As for my personal life, I am engaged, as you can see right there. Still yet to make a video, but I proposed to my now fiance, Rebecca. It was just one of the best days of my life. The best day of my life will be when we get married, but as of right now, I would say that is the been the best day of my life. It was a surreal experience to just feel every second of what it was like to get on my knee and hold that ring up to her and just see her face and just be in that moment with her. Like, it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever experienced ever in my life. You know, we knew from very early on, from talking to each other, that we were meant to be together. And it was honestly just a matter of financial things that needed to be put in place before I was able to make that step. And again, thanks to where I'm at right now, I was able to do that, which again is a huge blessing. We're planning the wedding and things are moving forward. So it's very exciting stuff. Again, last year, I never would have thought that I'd be engaged a year from now. And a side note to that as well, like, once we do get married, it'll be my first time ever moving out of my house, like, for good, like, on our own, I should say. I was living alone, technically, with the boys last year for a few months, but this will be the first time that I actually, like, step off the porch, go away from my house that I've lived at for my entire life, which, again, will be a huge step, but I honestly couldn't be more ready for it. It's more of a financial situation right now, but we're working towards it, and I know that in time it will come, so I'm not worried about that. As for the future, like I said, I'm nowhere near where I want to be yet, but I'm getting there, and I know that I'm on the right path. Like I said, I'm getting paid to learn valuable skills. I'm engaged to be married. I'm on the right trajectory for the things that I want out of life, and I know that the biggest thing right now to get me there is to just keep going, mastering my craft, the skill of copywriting, the skill of persuasion and marketing, just continuing to put the time in, working with the clients we have now, both with consulting and Done For You, because every single day I learn new things. Every piece of copy I write, I get better. Every book I read, I get better. Every conversation I have, every Zoom call I'm in, I'm always getting better every single day. And I know that that is going to be what makes me personally, intrinsically, more valuable to the market, which will pay me for the rest of my life, like I said. And it'll only pay me more as well. It's not a short-term game at all, but I'm okay with that. I've always been okay with long-term and being patient, and I know that it's going to pay off. I love where I'm going. I'm thankful for where I'm going, and yeah, can't wait to see what this next year has in store for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go do some horseback riding with the lady right now and just enjoy the rest of this beautiful, beautiful island.